What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode from the realm today. First of all, in the last episode I forgot to cure these guys, so let's go ahead and get that done. We'll throw the splash potion of weakness on him there, and boom, bada bing, bada boom. And this guy too, boom, and bada bing, bada boom. So we'll wait for these guys to cure. This guy will be first, of course. There we go. We've actually got this guy here cured first, so this guy's still taking a bit of time. He is taking his time. He doesn't want to succumb to the golden apple of goodness. So I think what I'm going to do is actually get one of these guys trading as a librarian, hopefully, because they will have some pretty killer trades right now, I'm sure. Let's have a look-see doodle here. I might have a lectern around here somewhere. I'm probably not going to have a lectern though. Oh. I really can't. Oh my god, yes. 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 This guy still isn't cured. Let's see if we can get this placed in anywhere here. Maybe right there. I don't know. I don't know what time of day it is, actually. Alright, so I've gone to sleep, so these guys should actually be wanting these workstations now, but this guy still isn't really buying it. Let's see if we can maybe knock out in here and just pop it right there. Does he pick up on it there? Yep, it looks like he did. Looks like he did. Ooh, impaling 5. No, thank you, sir. Is there a way for me to actually get in here, though? I need to get a trapdoor, don't I? Do I have any trapdoors in here? And of course what we can do is place the trapdoor there, and then that way we can get into this little section right here with my little buddy right here now. Place down the lectern, and no, that's no good, buddy. Hopefully I don't hit him while I'm in here. What I'm looking for is just anything good. It doesn't even need to be mending, because I've got another mending villager somewhere. So Just something good, buddy. Just give me something good. Please, I beg of thee. Well, so far I haven't been able to get anything good from this guy. He's just got sweeping edge there, and I've already got sweeping edge. I was sort of hoping for, like, depth strider or something for the helmet, like respiration or aqua affinity or something, but he hasn't got anything, and he's not resetting his profession anymore. So moving on then, we're going to work on a new project today, and of course it's going to be another farm, because why not? And look how easy this is. Oh yeah. I just want to actually show you guys real quick how easy it is to put items into this. I just really hope that we aren't too backed up here. Let me just quickly double check. Okay. No, we're really backed up. I'll have to show you guys that later on. But today's project. I've got all of these items here with mending. This one doesn't have mending. This one has mending. And when I finally regain my silk touch pig again, that should have mending too. So what we really need, and what we've been lacking in this entire world so far, is an experience farm. I really need an experience farm. Now, where is the best place to put an experience farm except right there where that zombie is? And of course we do have that zombie spawner right there, but no, I don't want to have one right in the middle of the hallway. I want to have one right there. And you know what else I need? I need a whole bunch of dried kelp blocks. So you've already guessed what we're doing. We're going to put in a mega kelp farm right here. So I want to be able to look into the kelp from way back here. Whoa, jeebers. Gave me a fright there, mister. So I want to put in a kelp farm which will take up the entirety of this section right here. And it will also expand out this way a little bit and this way a little bit. So we'll have some furnaces going out this way and furnaces going out this way, and of course the kelp will automatically smelt down into there as well, and it'll be all good times. It'll be good times. And while I was trying to get to sleep last night, I was sort of thinking about this project as well, and I was thinking about how exactly we would store the items. And I think with all of these farms and things that we're going to be building in here, I want this storage to be centralized to the farm. And maybe, just maybe, we can centralize the storage for all of the farms into one sort of area. Now, obviously, we don't have a lot of storage left in these areas, except for maybe like if we put something up here, but routing shulker boxes full of items will be pretty hard into this area, I think, once we've got everything linked up. So I'm not really too sure exactly what we're going to do with the storage right now. What I do know is we're probably just going to link something up here temporarily, just to store all the kelp and things. And then a little bit later, we'll sort of figure out exactly where we want to put the centralized storage. It'll be, I'm not sure if you guys all watch Hermitcraft, I'm sure you do, but it'll be sort of similar to what Cubfan had at Concorp in the factory sort of area. So you know how he had all the shulker boxes coming from the farms into the one sort of area, and he had them all color-coded and things. That is sort of what I'm thinking, but I'm just not really exactly sure where I should put the chest. That is all. So I'm actually not 100% sure on the dimensions that I want to go with for this farm. I do know that I want to basically rip out this entire wall from here, so yeah, it's going to be fun. We're going to get this all done. At least I do have the beacons for this. This is why I set up the beacons. So we might as well go out quite a few blocks. And yeah, I'm going to... I don't actually know. Maybe like 20 blocks out. I don't know. We'll see how big that hole is once we get there. And we actually probably want to leave a bit of a gap. So the farm will actually start from here. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8... 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. And we'll just sort of see how this is all looking once we've mined it out. So I'm going to get cracking mining all of this out, and I'll bring you guys back to have a look at the huge hole that we create here. Well, we're making some decent progress on the hole here. I think I'm going to have to come out around about another 5 blocks. Just because I want, from when we're looking at it from like back at the storage system sort of level, like sort of back here, I want it all to be kelp. So if we come out another 5 blocks, I think that's pretty safe. We'll be able to make all of this kelp blocks here too, or part of the kelp farm. And we can probably start the furnaces from here as well. You guys will see what I have in mind very soon, but we're going to keep mining this out. I've got a full inventory. So now is the perfect time if we're clear of some of this backlog here. Nope, it doesn't exactly look like it. Well, what I can do is, because all of this cobblestone is actually just going to this side, all of these items basically go to this side except the redstone. So I might just quickly toss I can just toss the redstone in here, that'll be quicker. And, oh, actually the iron ore doesn't go in here either, so we'll just quickly boop, like that. And then everything else can go on this side, because it'll get sorted into, wow, I'm probably going to need a few more of these chests. Anyway, so everything just gets sorted into there, so you just open up the trapdoor, I press and hold Control and Q, and then I just run my mouse over everything that I want to drop in, and it goes like this, and a bada bing, a bada boom. Everything is in the storage system, like that. That is so easy. I'm going to need to sort this out. Whoa, it looks like we've made an unintentional mob farm here. But we can just... boop. Boop. Boop, boop, boop. And we're done. Alrighty guys, so a lot of progress has been made. I've filled in the ceiling up here, and I've also put in all of the spruce pillars and things as well. I've got a few lanterns here for the light, and I've dug a massive hole. So basically what I'm thinking here is that we have some light blue stained glass like right here, and we can have a window looking into the farm as well. Then if we place down our water bucket right now, because at the top, it's about 20 blocks up, I think it's about 20 blocks high. So we've got, this one flows basically right down to here, And if we pick that back up and put it down over this side, then it flows right there as well. So basically what this means is we will have water streams at the top. So this will be basically split down the middle. So all of the drops will land here. This is where the item collection system will be. And so there will be one flying machine on this side and one flying machine on this side. And they will fly down and break the kelp in their sort of respective things. But we will have sort of glass blocks here as well, because so that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks wide by, I think this is like 25 blocks. Let's do a quick little check here. Let's actually maybe use cobblestone, because I don't want to you know, destroy all my stone now that I don't have any silk touch. So if we bring all these out, oops, maybe if we don't miss one because of torches, then we are 27 blocks. So it's a 6 by 27 farm duplicated twice. So that is a lot of kelp, and that's going to go up hopefully 20 blocks high. When I place in the kelp, I'm going to make sure that they are at the stage 1 of growth. So that way that we can sort of hopefully control it so that it will grow up to as high as it can be, because kelp can grow up to 26 blocks, I believe. So hopefully it'll be a 6 by 27 by 18 or so, because we need some space up the top for the like fence gates and things, so that we can put the water on top. So I actually really hope that does work the way I plan it to. We will soon find out. So basically what we want to do, actually we can't have this as glass here because that's where the flying machines will go. I really hope I have enough slime blocks to get this done. So I'm going to go ahead now and put in basically all of the walls, at least at the height of the where the flying machines are going to go, and the first level of the water and things. And then we will have a look at everything, make sure it's all working fine. I'll show you how I've installed the flying machines, and then from there it's just a matter of putting all the walls in place, putting all the water in, and waiting for the kelp to grow. Alright, well, now we've got the flying machines in place. I actually did have to move this back one more block because of what I was actually planning to do at the front here. You'll see it very soon. You'll see it very soon why I had to do that. But yeah, we've got the flying machines in place. We've got the return systems in place. So actually, let me show you what the return systems do real quick. So it's just an observer there, which picks up on that observer right there. Reserver? What the? I don't even know how to talk right now. And then it's just got a... Oops, I actually came up one too high. So if we have a look in here, it's just a repeater coming out of the observer with a 4-tick delay, just so that this trapdoor doesn't go ham. Otherwise it breaks the flying machine there, and then the redstone dust just brings it back across and opens up the trapdoor. I actually can't have that there because that breaks the redstone. So yeah, that's all looking good, and then I'll just cover all this back in here, just so it's looking nice. And then what we have, oops, I actually want this to be, a leaf block. I want this farm to look nice, because it's going to be basically a centerpiece from when we're walking out from over there. So these flying machines are pretty easy. There's just an observer here that powers this block, which fires that piston, and it's the same thing going on the other side there too. In the back here, we've got an etho hopper clock, which I haven't got any items in there just yet, but what will happen is I'll fill all of this up with stacks of cobblestone probably, and then I'm not sure how long it'll take, but it'll take quite a while. Like if we just put in one stack here, so what happens is this hopper is locked, and then if I just take some of these out to speed it up, and then once it unlocks, these will unpower and that will fire. So every time the items get transferred, it will actually power the redstone and depower the redstone, and in every cycle of that, it will send off the flying machines, and then they will come back, and I hope these mobs don't get in the way, because that will be a pain. Let me make sure I've got these all taken out. And what we can do is power this block here as well, which will pause the clock. So if we ever need to turn this farm off, we can sort of bring out a lever somewhere over here. But once I figure out exactly what is going on with the walls outside, then I will do that. But all that's left to do here now is get rid of this riffraff. It looks like these guys broke some of my leaf blocks. Not good. You heathens. Alright, well, all that's left to do now really is to actually get the kelp in place. Kill these guys. And then, yeah, we will go ahead and fill it up with the water. And you can see I've filled in this wall here with cobblestone as well, so there are no more gaps there, and we can actually fill all of this wall in here too, because I don't need to get back behind here from here. I can get back in there to fill up the hopper clock from the outside. So, alright, well, I'm going to grab my bucket, or another bucket, so that I can get infinite water sources in here, and go ahead and fill up all of this water in here. And yeah, from here I actually got a bit carried away and forgot to record, but I actually got all of the water in place and all of the kelp, and now it was time to put in the signs. Alright, so I've got all of these signs in place, all the waterlogs, they're all waterlogged and everything as well, so that the kelp will float up into this here. You do want to waterlog the signs after you get the water in place up here, otherwise it won't go all the way to the end, it'll just sort of stop after a couple of blocks. And I also do have some netherrack here, so we'll go ahead and break this, and then the farm will be fully operational. You don't have to make these all water sources all the way down below, because as the kelp grows, it will create water sources within it. I just need to make sure I come up for air every now and then. So yeah, we'll break all this, and then I've got a few things to show you downstairs as well. Well, the netherrack just keeps getting passed between the two sort of areas here, so I might have to... Oh, if I can actually stay up there, I might have to try and do something about that. I'm hoping if I place glass panes along the side here, that might stop them. I'm not really 100% sure though, I've got to try it out. Now to test whether this is going to work. No. Maybe. Yes. Yes, it will eventually work. It looks like it will. It looks like we're in with a winner. This one, I don't know what's happening with this block. It's not for some reason going over the edge, but I'm not going to worry about that. If anything, it's only going to lose a tiny bit. You can see we've already got a lot of kelp in here. All these ones at the bottom, I made sure. I don't know if we'll be able to see them. It's not showing the age of them, but they're all... Oh, I'm about to run out of breath. They're all... I made sure I didn't place anything over the age of 5 on the kelp. So we should have a good chance of them all growing up to almost this high. Or we've got a better chance than... Like, we've got a better chance than... Oh my god. I can't get out of here. Alright, so now that we're out, this is sort of what it's looking like from the outside. You can see I've actually got the furnaces in place here. I've got the, what are these called again? Smoker. I've got the smokers in place. These were actually all supposed to have kelp in them already. I already filled this up with dried kelp. Anyway, we've got a little thing here where we can drop dried kelp into, and it'll go up into the storage system there. So let's just quickly jump up here and have a look at what's going on in here. I've got the powered rails going over the hoppers here. This one here should be with dried kelp, or not dried kelp, sorry, the actual... Yeah, actually this is the dried kelp blocks, oh my god. And then this one, ooh. This one over here will be our supply of the kelp blocks, which are ready to get smelted up. This one might have... No, I was going to say it might have a few things in it because... we were breaking stuff up there. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and put maybe just one stack in these hoppers so that they will release once they've got a few blocks in them. So in that, and then over on this side, I think I already showed you guys already, but we've got the etho hopper clock. We've got the same thing going on with the smokers and a little thingy-mabob to put our dried kelp blocks into. Let me get up here real quick, and actually before we go in there, before we go in there, I might want to grab some stacks of maybe just like some cobblestone so that we can fill the clock. Let's put these signs away too, grab another few stacks. That's not a stack. And yeah, so what I'm going to do is fill the clock with, I'm just going to fill it all the way, basically, with cobblestone for now, so that we have the highest number of time between the flying machines going off. And these ones too, I'm just going to, again, put one stack. I'll just use netherrack for these, just because I've got an abundance of netherrack. Here we go, we've got some dried kelp blocks in this one already. Just want to make sure these hoppers aren't filled with junk. I think... Oh, so these hoppers already... Why isn't that one going through? What is that powered by? Ah, it's because there's... So, yeah, this is looking pretty good. Just want to make sure there's no junk in the smokers and things, obviously. And I'm kind of worried about... No, those ones shouldn't have anything in them because nothing's gone up that water stream. So... just make sure this hopper's got some in there too. And you can see, yeah, once the minecart goes, it fills all these chests with sort of 2. I'll just make sure there's nothing random in these. So there is a bit of kelp in there. This one's already fired up though. So I'm probably going to remove all the kelp from those and just start that again. Oops, I actually still need to get up there and fill up the hopper clock. So let's, how do I get into the hopper clock area in here now that I've got all this water streams and everything going on? I've sort of packed these areas quite tight. So I need to get around this. And here we go, here's the hopper clock. So let's just go ahead and fill this up with all of that. And that's all looking good. Just want to make sure our flying machines still go off. So let's pop out here again. I just want to make sure they still go off once the trapdoors go down. So maybe I'll just get up here and quickly break the redstone so that the trapdoors trigger. So if we just break... There we go. You can hear it going off and breaking all the kelp. So if we get out here... Ooh, there's a bit of lag. A tiny bit of lag. There we go. And yeah, this row right at the front here won't actually get destroyed because... Yeah, some of these might not be... Ooh. Looks like my flying machine on this side is broken. Uh-oh. I'm just going to have to break in here and see what's going on. Right, so I fixed up the issue with the flying machine there, and it looks like we've got an even distribution of kelp down here. Oops, I got a bit of... Oops, I got a bit of stuff in this one. So we should have 16 kelp per smoker here, which is looking good. I'm not too concerned with... efficiency and stuff on this one, but I might want them to release after they've got more kelp in them. This one hasn't got anything. I wonder why that is. Is everything just going to the one? Or has this one got anything? This one's got a few. Maybe if I just... Not sure what happened there with that, but... There we go, now we're getting some kelp in here. So yeah, I think this is all basically done. We just need to obviously stock up the dried kelp blocks and wait for these to grow as well. There are a few blocks that get stuck here, but once the kelp grows up, this one's obviously not going to grow up. I actually probably want all of these across the wall here to be water sources, because I'm not going to be growing any kelp there. So yeah, I might need to make those all water sources, and probably on the other side too, because there's a gap on the other side too. But this is all looking good, guys. We've got quite a few stacks in our inventory as well from when things went a bit sideways up there. But this is looking good. I'm happy with this design, and in the next episode, or before the next episode of camera, I'm going to actually make this place look a lot more beautiful, because that is actually all I've got time for today, guys. I hope you did enjoy the episode. Bit of a different one with, completed a lot of farms lately, so well, a lot of technical builds. It's not really a farm, it's a storage room over there. So I think in the next episode we're going to need to do something a little bit more creative and a little bit less intense. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this one. Until then, I'll see you in the next one. Ciao for now.